Yo, it's Sway.
Sway.
Sway. Sway.
Sway.
Sway.
Sway.
In the morning.
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 Only on Shade 45.
Wake your fuck ass up.
Yeah. Bitches.
Sway in the morning, Shade 45, 27 minutes past the top of the hour. Citizens, he's here. Diplo is here, and we've just been having some great conversations off air. One of the things I wanted to talk to you about, since you complimented me and said I look so good to be 25, I'm just saying daddy, Diplo daddy, and it sounds so good together too, and you cute and everything.
I know, I'm saying.
Yeah, express yourself pictures.
Yeah. What happened there? I don't even know.
What?
This was crazy.
Yeah, what happened? Could you talk about that?
I made this song called Express Yourself. It was kind of like a New Orleans song. We did a video. There's a lot of people going upside down and just twerking and dancing. And then one girl copied the album cover, and then ended up getting like over 2,000 girls just doing the dance and sending it to me on Twitter. So you can go check out the pictures on my Facebook page, but they're crazy. People did it at like Machu Picchu. They did it at Greek palaces. They did it like, at the Bean in Chicago. They did like on the skyscrapers. Like people did it everywhere. It became like a little bit of a planking for girls with big butts.
Diplo, you a Scorpio just like me.
That's right.
Did you sleep with any of those girls?
I mean, I can't really talk about that, but I mean, like a lot of them did DM me their numbers when I was in town, but I don't really, I can't really discuss that stuff.
You can't really talk about. Can you talk about though, like your music style? And I know you've worked with MIA and you work with.
I've done a lot of production. I think I started with MIA and like Santi Gold and this kind of like fringe kids outside the hip hop scene. At MIA, we had a big hit with Paper Planes because of Bun B and Rich Boy jumped on that record, and you guys showed a lot of support too. We got a lot of radio spins, and
DJ Wonder.
Yeah, then I started integrating into like more hip hop stuff. I did like the last year I did like Wale, Look at Me Now with Chris Brown, a couple tracks for Lil Wayne, and some pop music. We did stuff like Girls Around the World, Beyonce. And,
that was incredible.
And I've even heard Major Lazer. That project's my side project. So we did like On the Floor and Get Free. J. Cole recently did a record with us on the Get Free record. It's a big record for us. Just been like kind of like everywhere, between rap. We signed Riff Raff. You guys had him on the air.
Riff Raff is one of the highlights of my year. It
was funny. That was a funny freestyle. He actually freestyled. I saw, and he had the haters calling. He was knocking them out.
One by one.
I
tell Riff Raff Heather B loves him.
Yeah.
Are you at the point though where you can like not work with somebody if you don't like them, or is it still a money game with you? Like how?
Me, I like work. Like when I met Riff Raff, we were just working because I like the style and it was fun. If someone like Beyonce calls me or Justin Bieber, I'm gonna go in with them. To me, it doesn't matter who you are, what you are, as long as we have a chemistry and we make something. It doesn't matter to me. I don't have any prejudice against like a big star, a little star. Like for me, it's just about good music,
What's your process like? Because now with so many artists, they don't come to the studio anymore. It's like they get the music, they go do. Is that something you require?
A lot of rappers cut the records on their own. I was in the studio with Future a lot this last month trying to cut a record. It's been real hard because we've had like 4 or 5 sessions to cut a record. We love the record, we love the hook, but it's hard to like nail the verses sometimes. And sometimes you gotta be in the studio though to like motivate people and also to be quality control. But for the most part, rappers, they like to do on their own. They cut the records up on their own. Like I just did a record with Wale and Travis Porter. That's crazy that they just knocked it out on their own.
What's the quality like though? Do you comment?
I trust. Some artists I trust, like Wale, Travis Porter. I did a bunch of tracks for their album. We just rocked in the studio for one night. And with those guys, I might throw some words out there, some concepts and stuff like that. With Usher, when I did Climax, I came up with a concept to them and then just said like, let's fill this out. And we just had the chemistry right. So we worked that record real quick.
Now you worked with Nicki Minaj too. Like how is that whole thing with Nicki Minaj and Azealia? Like how is that whole thing going?
I mean, I used to know Azealia Banks when she was just on. I met her on MySpace when she was like 16.
Really?
Yeah, and I hit her up. I was like, she should come through to my studio. We worked on some stuff. She wrote some raps. I was actually in the studio with Missy Elliott at the time. And we wrote some ideas for her, some sketches for her. And I just lost touch with her. And then she got signed to a label. She came back and worked on her own stuff. Then she got dropped. Then she got signed with her own record, 212, became huge. So to see her evolution was just crazy. To see how you can actually just believe in yourself. And she's so young still. She's just 21 or 22 now. And she's already been through like a whole career in like the last 5-6 years. So
if she reached out to you for advice, I mean, she's been in the news a lot. Would you kind of advise her some of the decisions and some of the things that she's been saying?
Like I said, she's young and she also has a real more punk rock attitude. She's kind of like, how those young rappers just get, they don't really, they just kind of go on their own tangents. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, she's not listening to anybody, so she's not going to listen to me, but I wish her all the luck. I know, we still email and stuff like that and do some records together, but I can tell like she could she could have. I wish she had some beef early on with some younger rappers, like with Krayshawn or whoever it was. I was like, yo, you don't look good when you do that. Like I don't think anybody appreciates just calling people out for no reason. I mean, if beef is funny, that's one thing. But if it's just like kind of like to get your own buzz or to feed something, that doesn't really look that positive, you know?
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.